Hey guys, Pharaoh Knight here, bringing you episode 14 of our Colony Survival playthrough. In the last episode, we did a little bit of cleaning and cleaned up the first layer down there, putting in our support braces and getting it looking nice, as well as some of our walkways down below. We then decided to go on a journey to start a new colony. First, we decided to go over there and try to make a small colony off of that. However, we were a little confused on the boundary issues and whether or not putting one there would make sense. We then decided it would be much better of our time if we tried to go to the far east. However, due to some directional issues on my part, we ended up in the Arctic. And because we're even more smarter than all others, yes, smarter, we didn't even have our colony starter kit. So after a long journey to the north, we had to turn around and come back without actually doing anything. But on a side note, we do know that that is north now. So we will be heading to the far east in this episode, which should be in that direction. Now, before we do go north, I'm going to do something like that maybe. It looks more like an H. Okay, well, let's maybe change that a little bit. North. There we go. And we will put an E here for east. Perfect. So that's what we're going to do. We have all of our stuff ready to go, and we are going to fly off to the east and see what we can find. So once again, we have left the old world, and we have this really interesting little canyon here. What I'm going to do is apparently follow this guy. I am going to stop off on the top of this mountain and quickly build a little beacon so that we know directly west of here we will find our colony. So I'm just going to quickly do that. And I think we're already in an area that's a little bit different. This is looking really cool. I'm excited to get down there. Alright, so there's our little beacon. And let's head down here. This area looks different. I like the cherry trees. I wonder if we get different colored wood from cherry trees. But all in all, we're seeing different areas. So which area did I hit this time? Did I actually get to the far east, or did I screw up my directions yet again? Only time will tell. Ah! Speak of the devil, we did it! We have finally found our way to the far east. So now we just need to find a nice location to set down and build a little base or colony. So with nightfall falling on us, I am thinking about putting a colony somewhere in this little area here. I think it's a nice spot. We got some flat ground. We have some canyon and ridges. We got water. It makes sense to put it somewhere here. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to land delicately. There we go. And go from there. Now, before I do anything, I'm going to just run out here and put down an arrow saying that that is the way home. Hopefully, I'll be able to find my beacon on that mountaintop when we are ready to go back. Side note, cherry blocks or cherry trees do not give you new colored wood. Sad face. So I did have to relocate just a little bit because I went looking for the water and realized that we were miles away from it in our area. So we've just flown back a little ways so that the mountain I put the beacon on is just straight west, almost from this spot, and the previous spot we were in was just a little bit over there to our south. Close enough. So now I'm just going to go ahead, clear an area, and get our little colony going here, and make sure that we have it touching a little bit of the water. Alright, so the name of our colony will be the Far East Colony for right now. I might change that. I don't know. The unknown colony, which I still need to name, apparently. We will need that. Transfer science, that makes sense. So I believe this is all fine. And there we go. We now have our Far East colony. Are we touching the water? Oh, yes. Yes, we're touching the water. Not a problem there. Alright, so as I'm clearing, I just want to go over what my thoughts are for this area. So, with our mountain colony, we are basically in a mountain. We don't have a lot of nature going on around us, even though we've tried to add in some. We are very much a industrial or a crafting production colony over there. Now, this, on the other hand, is going to be different. This is going to be an agriculturally focused zone where you're going to try to blend nature into this as much as possible. Of course, not going to be 100%, but we are going to try to make it so it's like that. That is going to be my focus over here, is going to be the focus on vegetables, produce, the agricultural side of things. So that is going to be our focus here. Not only does it help out our parent colony, it's going to allow us to do a different style of building compared to the one that we've been doing for quite a while now, which is that focus on stone and brick. I'm looking forward to it. It should be good. Did I miss one in here? But overall, I think everything will be just great. Little trick while I'm clearing, if you ever have this happen to you, or some other case where leaves don't spawn, just put a log in between them and mine the log. It just gets rid of them. Good example is these little bushes. Place the log and take it away, and boom, all the leaves are gone. Okay, so I've cleared a little bit of an area. There is a ton of trees here. It's going to be ongoing, so I might just clear as I go and as I need the space. But the first thing that we are going to do after we've got a little area set up is we are going to build some kind of wall or defense system so that we can actually get farmers and colonists in this area to actually start with our production. Now, again, we do not have access to all of our materials back at our other base, so we are going to have to get a little bit creative with what we can get here. Now, like I said earlier, we have a ton of trees around. So what I'm thinking, to fit with our natural theme, is to do a wood wall or a wooden palisade. And for that design, I think what I'm going to do is, I'll just make sure that I've placed that in the right spot. Yes, I will do a tiger log outside. And I don't know if that's the right spacing, it's just the show. And then do an inset of wooden logs. I think that's the design that we're going to go with. I just hope that I have enough logs already. This could take a while just because we do have that science upgrade for our zone. So actually, before I run away on you, all the stuff that we put in to making this colony starter kit, we actually have right here again. So interestingly enough, I could just take everything and make another colony starter kit. But I don't think I'm going to do that because we are going to need all of this stuff going forward. So me bringing along the bed, not really needed, but our crates were a good idea, I think, given that I don't really, well, we have 500 nails. So while we're here, we can actually just quickly jump in and see what's going on. So back at our select colony, oh, it actually tells you the location, so you can't get lost. Ah, that's so good to know. I'm so happy there. I wonder if our colony here is still running and if it's still doing things. It must be. Diplomacy. Oh, there is a lot of new stuff for us to play with. I am excited with this colony. Well, I'm going to get these defenses set up, and I will see you back in a little bit. Alright, so I've gone around and I have built in our wall. I have done the design that I showed earlier. And this just kind of gives you an idea of how much room we actually have to work with. There is a lot to work with here. It's massive. the amount of room we have here. So that's good, considering that this won't be mainly fields of agriculture. That should be good. This is our current entrance. It's a work in progress. There's more to be done here and more to be done on the sides and to tidy this up. But the amount of work to build this wall and then to build this defense was a lot. And I am looking forward to taking a short break after this. So this is our design. You'll see we come out, we loop back around, come back this way, loop around, come back this way, and then we start our loop all the way into the center, and then it counter loops all the way back out, and the entrance is right at the end there. I really like this design because you can easily add on another section, which is what we'll probably do over here if we get big enough for that to be needed. So you just add in another little offshoot off of this main ramp, take a block out here, so now when they come here, now they're forced to go and do this loop and come all the way back, and then you just loop it back in here. The reason that I did this loop here that comes really close to the wall is that guards will always shoot what's closest to them. It makes sense. So this way, if something does get through, I don't want these guys just to ignore it to keep handling what's over here. I want them to focus on what is getting close to getting through our defense. And now that we are doing a second colony out here, defense is going to be a #1 priority, because if we're at our mountain home way over there and something breaks through here, this colony is, well, it's going to get destroyed. And we'll have to come back and basically rehire all colonists, and that will greatly set us back, considering that then we know that our defense is inefficient and we will have to hire some more guards or some way of improving that defense. But, you know, it's been about, probably for you guys, it's been a minute or so since the last section and getting to this point. For me, it's been about 2-3 hours getting this all set up. Again, I did actually add in a staircase here that leads down to the water, and I cut our line into the water, so we should be safe. I don't think that was part of what I did. That's just natural. But overall, this is now ready. So in the next episode, we will get our colony up and running here in the Far East. We will get some berry farmers in and move on to whatever else we have. As you can see, our tab is now open, allowing us to get some new types of farms going. I don't know how any of these are going to work, so it's going to be really interesting to see what we can set up. Alright guys, I've been Pharaoh Knight. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate all feedback as long as it's constructive and within fair terms. Alright guys, have a good one. Pharaoh Knight, out.